Hello, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. Welcome back to Sovereign Central, or welcome for the first time if you've never been here before. My name is Allison, and over here and across all my social media channels, I talk manifesting in the sovereign age, how we can first create personal fulfillment, then use that energy to change not only our personal realities, but consensus reality itself. I will also be talking about high strangeness as it pertains specifically to experiencers and what we refer to as alien abduction. If any of that is interesting to you, consider giving me a follow. Today we're talking manifestation and a basic technique for energy attunement. Any technique designed to alter our energy is something that falls under the state of dreaming. And if you're not sure what I'm referring to, I'll have an intro video linked below explaining the sovereign age and the new manifestation system attached to that specific shift. Altering our energy is essentially understanding our self-worth. When we talk about things like self-worth and self-esteem, we tend to hear phrases like increase our self-worth or raise our self-esteem. While there is a way to increase our energy levels, when it comes to self-worth or our current state of worth, nothing is ever being depleted or lifting or lowering. Our inherent value never actually changes. At this moment, you are inherently worthy of every dream you have. You are worthy of deep and long-lasting love. You are worth taking care of yourself in any way you deem fit. You are worthy of respect, compassion, and kindness. You are worth every compliment you receive. You deserve infinite amounts of praise and admiration. You are worth careful and considerate treatment. You are worth emotional, material, and spiritual abundance. You are worth all of that right now, but you may not know that. The only thing that ever changes about our inherent worth is our perception of it. You are less raising your vibration than you are understanding than amplifying it. What then skews our perception of our inherent worth? Life. Unless you are extremely fortunate, you will have at least some traumatic experience during your formative years. Some of us have way more than others. A lot of us grow up around a lot of judgment, endless criticism, and people who don't know any better currently cutting us down. All of that has a very serious effect on our perception of ourselves, and that doesn't even get into advertising, sales, and media. You farm money out of people by reinforcing their deepest insecurities and making them believe you have something they have to have. Unless it's an issue of your basic needs for survival and safety, no one has anything you need, not even me. Just a comment before we move on. I said, unless you are extremely fortunate when it comes to your experience of your formative years. This is not a soul contract channel. Anything or anyone who claims to know the exact explanation to how this realm and all the other realms function, period, is deeply delusional or outright lying. Any system or belief structure that attempts to remove mystery from this experience of life isn't something I suggest you pay much attention. A lot of manifestation stuff tends to create these closed, neat little systems that if you just follow all the rules, then everything works out exactly how you want it. If you prefer to believe that, I can't stop you, but it will likely create issues for you down the line. We are not in control here. We have agency, we have worth, we have our intention coupled with action. We do not have total control. That doesn't mean you give up on your dreams or your personal vision of yourself. It just means relax. No one knows what's going on. There are general guidelines. There are 100% guarantees. Closed systems are restriction-based. Guidelines, spectrums, fluctuating states, and fields of possibility are more expansive. Still, it comes down to your preference, and on here, I'm talking about mine. Trauma, marginalization, poverty, mental illness, chronic illness, the quality of our social circle, etc., can all shift our perception of our inherent worth. They create blockages to our understanding. In the face of serious, overwhelming pain, it is normal to numb yourself out, disassociate, and go to sleep and stay there. To create the reality of your preference from the energy of fulfillment, you will have to wake up. Then you will need to manage, soothe, and dissolve your pain to the best of your ability. This is an ongoing, messy process, and you can still intentionally manifest at every frequency you inhabit. As your state of worth becomes clearer, what shifts is not your ability to intentionally manifest, but what constitutes the reality of your preference, your taste. Affirmations are a basic and powerful technique anyone can use to alter their energy. Many of us tend to think that an affirmation comes as a specific written or spoken statement. And while that's true, truly everything in our life is an affirmation. Our clothes, our maintenance routine, how we clean our living spaces, how we eat, how we speak, the people we hang out with, the spaces we frequent, the jobs we take on, what we listen to and watch, all of it, everything is an affirmation. Everything we choose to engage with chronically, including our thoughts and narratives, affects our self-perception significantly. Start doing your audits because all of it indeed matters. And by the way, there's a silly idea around what I just mentioned that if you hang out with poor people, you'll become poor, so avoid the poor. Pick any state of being which we perceive as negative and substitute it for poor. As long as love and caring are present, you can hang out with whoever you want and enter any space you choose. To do that, your state of worth will need to be consistently clear. The highest vibe people tend to be those who have the space within them to tolerate all states and conditions. Ultimate acceptance and compassion is God mode, and that has nothing to do with sniffing at those we perceive as low vibe. There are materially wealthy people who are low vibe, and materially poor people who are the highest of vibes. Try not to conflate energetic abundance with an automatic increase in material wealth. This is untrue. When you experience fulfillment, material wealth actually decreases in priority in general. And lucky us, it costs $0 to experience an increase in personal fulfillment. So while everything is in fact an affirmation, we're going to talk about written and spoken statements. Pop quiz. What is wrong with the following affirmation? I'm going to be a successful small business owner. If you picked the words going to be, you're right. Probably most of you got that one right. But if you didn't and don't understand why the words going to be are problematic in affirmation, allow me to explain. The words going to be place the intended result, becoming a successful small business owner, in the future. The future is never our present experience of materiality. We are only ever experiencing the present moment in materiality. If our affirmation places our result perpetually in the future, it hinders our manifestation because we'll never be in the future. If we're always going to be something or other, we never are that thing. The affirmation phrased that way is impotent. And what I wanted to say was the affirmation will fail to imprint or alter our energy, but that's not really what's going on. We're not changing anything. We're realizing it. We are continually realizing our inherent potential that is in alignment with our current authenticity. Affirmations are us reminding ourselves who we are, not who we are becoming or want to be. The result already exists. However, we cannot operate in that energetic state until we realize or remember that potential. And just a note, while Source has unlimited potential and we are connected to Source, our material vessels, these incarnations, don't have unlimited potential. I am 4'11". I can affirm I'm faster than Usain Bolt all I want. Fetch isn't going to happen. No, you cannot be whoever or whatever you want, not without consequences. To manifest from fulfillment, you can only be increasingly more of who you are. And that might be a janitor. That might be trans, polyamorous, fat, a CEO, a senator, a Christian, a Satanist. None of those states are bad or wrong. It only becomes detrimental when that state is out of line with your current authenticity, and yes, our authenticity changes. It's not one thing, it's simply the truth. What is true of you now? That is what you will effortlessly manifest. Let's go back to our example affirmation. To adjust it, we change I'm going to be a successful small business owner to I am a successful small business owner. But what if that's not your current material existence? What if you work 3 minimum wage jobs and you have 0 connections? A lot of us tend to reference a material result or state of being in our affirmations. I am a profitable social media influencer. I am married to a beautiful woman. I am profiting $1 million annually. Those affirmations, while they're phrased in the present, might not be the most effective for us depending on where we are. If in materiality we perceive ourselves as being a long way off from being a small business owner, affirming that we are might be too large a leap to get us going or spark the initial energetic momentum. Instead of being that specific, get to the essence of what you're looking to realize. Instead of, I am a successful small business owner, try, I am important. I am efficient. I meet all of my deadlines. I am an authoritative presence. I am someone people respect. I have fantastic ideas. I am a leader, no matter where I am. Instead of the result itself, we're affirming the qualities that will bring us to short, then long-term results. What all of our affirmations boil down to is, I am worthy. I am love. I am loved. All the time. Go there if you can't think of where to go at the moment. I am worthy. I am loved. It's all working out for me. I'm always right where I need to be. All experiences are a gift. Thank you so much for all of this. That's all true, all facts, all accuracies. Instead of, my parents failed me, try, my parents did the best they could with what they had. That is hard, but it's also true. Father, forgive them because they do not know what they are doing. Luke chapter 23, verse 34. We don't. If we did, we wouldn't be doing it. Affirm. All of us are doing the best we can with what we know and who we are at every moment. As we realize these qualities within ourselves and we see those results consistently in materiality, we can alter the affirmations again. I have a consistent flow of customers. I produce valuable products that elevate my customers. I employ 2 people. You can even do transitory affirmations like, my business is moving from online to a brick and mortar location. Then you can become even more specific. Change, I am a successful small business owner to, I am the owner of a small cat toy business that profits $500,000 annually. And if it isn't clear, business isn't my forte, so there's likely something more specific we could use as our material conditions continue to shift. Remember, if we have to affirm something, it means we don't have it. Haven't realized it, have forgotten it. If you have to say, I am an alpha male, you are, in fact, not. If you are wearing a shirt that says, I'm big in Japan, you're not, unless you're a celebrity wearing it ironically, but irony reflects low self-worth. You can be big in Japan, but small inside. Affirmations are a useful tool for realizing our worth and manifesting our material preferences. However, if part of our current experience is a serious, chronic mental health condition, it's not likely we can just affirm our way to consistent management or complete remission. The affirmations will help, but we'll likely need something way more powerful as well, like long-term therapy and either temporary or lifelong medication. While full healing is possible for many of us, there are beings who will always have an experience that includes disability, mental, emotional, or physical. This is not due to a spiritual or energetic deficiency. That is that being's authenticity, and it says nothing about their inherent worth. You can have a chronic health issue and also experience increased fulfillment, and that's to do with accepting your current reality without judgment. Easier said than done. As we well know, this is messy, and messy isn't wrong. So if you are a fellow mess looking to manifest in the sovereign age, join the club, give me a follow. I talk about this almost every day across all of my social media accounts. So check out the links below if you'd like more. I'll also be creating more on energy and energy management, as well as manifestation checks in the form of card readings. I'll have some book reviews that correspond to these topics, including high strangeness and the various beings with which we share our space. If any of that sounds interesting, stay tuned to this channel. My traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, we're not here to create happily ever after. We're here to create happy right now.